Okay, thank you, Michael.
Hey, Kate.
My co-pilot, thank you. Well, welcome everybody. Tonight is July 8th. Josephine Ghiringhelli, psychic medium, going to talk about gems and crystals. Hi, everybody. Glad you could join me tonight and be part of this. I think it's just really important. I have some literature, and I'm just going to ask all of you, if you don't mind, to as we're doing this, because usually I always forget and I ask you at the end of the class to please share it. If you could share it now, I would really appreciate it, because there's if you guys don't mind doing that, right underneath, I think it's just right underneath where you're watching the live, if you could just press share, that would be great. This way other people could, they can come in on it as you do that. So for those of you, because I see people are continuing to come on, so I was just saying if you could press share. So welcome, welcome, welcome. This is one of my favorite books. I have my gems and crystals, my gemstones. I mean, this one is my favorite. It just is so informative, and it just gives you so much information psychologically, all the chakras, how they relate, how even psychologically. And I think that's just so important, because there's many, the gems and the crystals really help us with the energy centers. They help us to open up the third eye, which we're going to talk about. And so this is the other book that I love. It's an oldie but goodie. I've had this forever. Um, I've had this actually for decades. So for those of you who are just coming on, just please press share. So if you could press that, a lot of other people who don't know that, I'm doing this can join us. So please share, share, share. If you could do that now, I'd really appreciate that, because we're already up to almost 70 people. But I think if you just do that, other people that are not aware, we want to always welcome new people in here. And so what better for you to do that? So crystal enlightenment, it's wonderful. I'm going to read a couple of things in here, and I am going to talk a little bit about the chakra too, because, how could you talk about the gems and the crystals without really relating to that? But I feel like it's important to discuss that the crystals, the gems, they go on the energy centers, they lift and open our energy centers, which is oh so important. When you look at I'm going to share this, because this is, well, first of all, this is my crystal ball. So everybody has to have a crystal ball, right? So this is just a lot of fun, has a lot of energy in it, and it's all seeing, right? We're looking through the third eye. I put this crystal ball in my amethyst holder, which if you look, I want you to just look at all sides of this. It's just like really incredible. So if you look at the sides, look at the back. I mean, it's just amazing how many, just thousands of years it takes to really, the geodes. I don't have a geode here. I have it at my house, because you can't even pick those up. But, this is the amethyst, which is really for the crown chakra and the third eye. It really opens up your third eye, which is located, let me put my crystal ball back in here, which is located right here. So it's in between the eyebrows, and it really gives you inner vision to see past, present, and future. That's one of the most important energy centers. And I always say that, to have a amethyst, and of course, clear quartz does cover every aspect. If you have, like, this is the wand, which is just so sweet. There's different types of wands, and it will have all of the different stones on it to represent the chakra and the energy centers. And when you hold this and when you have it by you, you can really feel the energy. It permeates throughout the whole body. It's incredible. There's different types of wands. I've had this probably, I don't know, probably 35 years. And it represents all the energy centers, all the chakra on here. So there's many, many, many different types that you can purchase. And I promise you, I will put a link on my Facebook page. I will put a link on there to let you know where you can actually get stones, where you can get the wands. For those of you, we're almost up to 100 people. Just going to ask all of you to please share. I would appreciate that because I always love seeing new people on here, and I've had a lot of calls with people saying they just don't know how to get on here, or when this is happening. So that would be great. And good evening to you as well. Welcome, Mary, Marie, Kate, Teresa, Sherry. Hi, Mary, Susan, Lisa, Josephine, Jojo, Francine, Deidre, all of you. Just welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Grace, Kathy. Wish I could give a shout out to all of you. Richard, Brittany, so nice to have you all here. Vicky, Camille. By the way, just so that you know, and thank you, you're always so wonderful. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so now when you have um, the clear quartz, I mean, this is so it will incorporate all of the energy centers. So if you have yourself a really good, if you have a rough cut, of course, I told you it is the best to have because it has the purest vibrational energy that energizes from it. But please know that they sell the packets of the different stones, which is fine. If you can't get the rough cut, that's perfectly fine. So when you look at the different energy centers, hi Lisa, how are you? And you look at I'm going to start by saying, when we're looking at the energy centers and we look at the base chakra, which is the color red, and that is for absolute survival. So garnet would relate to that. There's many, many different stones. I'm just going to, name a couple, a few actually that relate to the energy centers, the 7 chakras. If you look at the orange, which is always the color of creativity, it's the color of it's the sacral, and carnelian is beautiful to represent that. If you look at the solar plexus chakra, which is the yellow, of course, citrine, which is one of my favorites. It's just so beautiful and so rare. And then you have the heart chakra, which is the peridot or the green. Um, you can't really tell the color of what I'm wearing, but this is actually the color of healing. This is the color of actually springing forth and having your heart be open. And we always want to do that because that helps with us, sending healing and welcoming love. Because so many of you, when I do readings, so often people will say, well, what stone should I have? And of course, the rose quartz, which is for unconditional love, uh, peace, um, and love, mainly unconditional love. And this is a big, nice, big chunk, and I have a huge one at my house. But remember, this is the rough cut, if you could see that. I just want you to see that. Okay, so okay, yes, I will show that again, absolutely. And then the throat chakra, which is a light blue color, and the throat chakra is actually for communication. And so if, let's say, you want to, you're a lecturer, or you have to give a speech, because public speaking is the #1 fear, isn't it, after all, you can use that stone, anything that is the blue. And then the low light for the third eye, which I always say amethyst for that, and the crown chakra, which is both for the third eye, past, present, and future. But if you look at a crown chakra, it's for the spirituality and spiritual growth, which is interesting. And yes, Jetty says she has 2 3-foot amethyst crystals, as well as an amethyst crystal bed, which is exactly what I have here with my crystal ball. Which really, it's just so amazing when you have that by you. You feel all the energy opening up, and it's just really incredible. So, yes, and you have one too, the rough cut, of course. Um, it's very powerful. Although, as I said, any kind of crystals, even if you get the polished kind, is okay. You know, you want to really have something that's going to be opening up your energy centers and helping you with that to evolve, to be a seer, to you know, I had someone I actually read today, and she was saying how she felt that she, you know, opened up. And it was interesting because I saw all around her the crystals and just said to her, are you starting to work with the crystals? And she said that she was, and she was actually feeling a little fearful because she felt like she was opening up too much. But see, I just want to let you know, when you want to keep things in perspective, she was scaring herself, but there was nothing to be afraid of. You know, when you do this, and when you welcome metaphysical tools, you want to just remember that you are inviting your spirit guides, you are inviting your guardian angels to enter into your realm, into your consciousness. Hi Lorraine, hi Michelle, Deidre. And to not, like, she was just psyching herself out is what she was doing. And you know, you never want to do that, because then you're just going to block yourself from really blossoming and opening up and seeing past, present, and future. And you know, that's a really that's a very positive way when you're using metaphysical tools such as this, you know, the gems and the crystals, which is one of the highest vibrational energies and mediums that you can use in order to open up your intuitive juices. But I want to read this to you because the ancient art, you know, you all those energy centers that I was speaking about, which is, you know, in the wand. If you look at that, it just covers every aspect of the body, and you can put the stones on each energy center in order to open that up. Remember, we talked already about meditation, chanting, doing your ohms, centering yourself, opening yourself up to Mother, Father, God, and, you know, saying your prayer, of course, with reverence, and being very humble about opening up to God, Mother, Father, God, and all those that you hold dear. But I want to just read this because I think this is really important. Uh, when the physical body shows signs of dis-ease, and which is, of course, disease, dis-ease of the body, the true reasons for it are often hidden. And I feel this has to relate to, this relates to a lot of you. Um, okay, so there's a reason why I'm reading this. So those of you who feel this is for you, you know, hopefully this will resonate with you. So the true reason is because there's often hidden agenda. Suppressed or unresolved mental and emotional conflicts can surface and manifest in the physical body. These seeds of emotional upset and mental stress are often sown long before the body displays symptoms of imbalance. Long before the body displays those symptoms. By the way, for the people who are just coming in, please share this. I would really appreciate it. I already saw 2 people who said, thank you, thank you, thank you. I never knew you did these. So keep sharing it. I appreciate it. Just takes a second. As children grow up, there are many experiences that can cause confusion and hurt feelings. Unable to process or understand the reasons for life events, a child will often suppress and store away these unpleasant feelings somewhere within themselves. Sooner or later, these unresolved conflicts will show up in attitudes, belief systems, destructive habits, physical imbalance, which is really, when you look at it, it's a way in which when you use the crystals and you open up the third eye, you open up the crown chakra, for especially for people that you love and that you feel are going through many different aspects such as these, the imbalance, the um, getting sick, whether it be in a certain part of your body. Remember, we talked about the red being the survival. So with garnet and the red stones, you could put that in that area to help to heal, which is really important. It's when you know these things that you can utilize them to help yourself and others, and that's important. Different parts of the body tend to retain specific types of emotions. Now, this is important. So, the heart and lungs register sorrow and grief. The heart and the lungs, sorrow and grief. And for many people, for many, many people, when you lose your loved ones, no matter what the age, it leaves an impression on you. I don't care how old the person is, because people say, "Oh well, they're older." It doesn't matter. It's devastating, no matter how old the person is. We never get used to losing our loved ones. That's for sure. So it's important to know where that lies. The heart and the lungs register sorrow and grief. The liver stores anger. So a lot of those angry people, a lot of times if you can help them with that, with the appropriate chakra and stone, that will help them to relieve that. The stomach, anxiety and fear. So these impressions are also recorded in the auric energy field surrounding the body. So also very important, this is also helpful to change the ticker tape in your mind through stones, gems, energy, crystals. In the process of healing disease, it is important not to look only at the physical symptoms, but also the underlying mental and emotional causes. Until now, there have only been a few methods that could effectively treat the more subtle mind-heart blockages. Now, with the knowledge of the healing power of stones, the physical, psychic, and emotional bodies can be healed and aligned with the source of life, energy, spirit. I mean, this is so powerful. I mean, it's so powerful because many times people, even the woman that I read for, she was really trying to work with her heart chakra and to heal some of the anxiety that has been suppressed within her. And let me tell you something, she felt the spirits coming in so rapidly. She said she just really didn't even know what was going on. She's an animal lover, and she said her animals were absolutely sensing, because she opened up her energy levels. So the spirits were coming in, and I said to her, do me a favor, next time you feel this, and this is for all of you as well, because once you start opening up, you're going to be opening up to spirit and sensing them around you. I say to her, and I say to all of you, take a video and you'll see the spirit orbs, because once you open up, you're opening up and letting spirit in. So you want to take your photos, because that's where the orbs will be seen, but also through video. I mean, they just go so rapidly. It's incredible. I have a couple of videos I'm going to be putting on the Facebook wall for you to see it. And I will also put, because many of you are already asking me this, where can you get, I do not sell the crystals, the gems, and all of that, but I will certainly put up some reputable people that I feel are reasonable, and that you can get the different stones that actually relate to the chakra, which will once again help tremendously. So if you have any questions about this and how you open up to spirit and how you raise your third eye, your high self spirit, your crown chakra, which is above the head. Okay. Oh, excellent question. Okay. So when I mean, and I have many, many different stones. This one is just a huge one. So, the rose quartz, which, amethyst and rose quartz and clear crystal are the most important to have. Of all of them, the most important to have, if you can only purchase or you can only get, I mean, this is big. You could just get a little teeny tiny one. It's okay. But those three I feel are the most relevant because the clear quartz is actually going to incorporate all of the energy centers and open all. So yes, you know, when you hold it, um, I always say, you know, to hold it in the left hand because this is the subconscious side. This is the conscious side. So when you're holding it in your left palm and then you may be putting your right over it, you can put it over your heart chakra. You can put it over your third eye, whatever it is that you're trying to have an influence on in your body, mind, and spirit. That's where you want to place the stone. As I said, if you have clear quartz, you can put that on any energy center, any one of the 7 energy centers. Um, okay, so yes, and so yes, you can hold it. I feel that you know you'll just feel that intensely because it's on you. But just like with the geodes, I mean, the geode that I have is it's you walk into the room and it's just unbelievable. It's too heavy fit to carry. I would have loved to have shown it to you, but it's just huge and heavy. Um, and I will put, somebody just came in and said, and by the way, please share this. If, for those of you, please hit the share button. I appreciate that. This way we get some new people coming in and really people that I really feel need to hear this. They need to hear what I'm saying now, especially with holding on to unresolved issues, you know, within the heart chakra, within the lungs. You know, I feel that's really important now because with COVID-19, with the people who are really holding on to suppressed issues, suppressed emotions, it is really affecting your ability to breathe, to actually let go and let God. You know, it's a part of the prayer, and it really, it would behoove you to say that as a daily prayer because that will open up. And that's why with the breathing, you want to breathe in deeply in, have the white light go in through the crown chakra, the top of the head, into the solar plexus, out through the mouth, because you want to open up all those energy centers, clear your mind, and open up to that part of you that you want to develop. That's why all of you are here. You're all old souls. So, yes, Michelle, I will actually put that on there. I have a few connections with people that I feel are very reputable and reasonable. Of course, you could always go onto Amazon. You can always get sage sticks and all of that. But you know, I will definitely put some people that I feel personally would be very good resources to purchase from. So with the amethyst, yes. So Linda, the amethyst can be for the third eye, which of course is located right here between the eyebrows, right in between to the top, the bridge of the nose. And it is helping to see past, present, and future. It deals with, because many people will ask me, Josephine, what's the difference between a psychic and a medium? And you know, the person with the psychic, when I'm a psychic medium, so I will use both. So the psychic part of when I give people information in the readings is going to be about love, about a job, about um, their, you know, their love life, love of family, not just on a personal level, on all levels, and you know, job, and you know, all the things, survival, all the things that we need to survive. You know, those are, you know, on a mundane level, this is what we need in order to see our way through in this lifetime, in this suit, in this body. But when you deal with the mediumship, when I'm looking into a person and having their loved ones come in, that's really dealing with the crown chakra. And that also I use as the amethyst, clear, as I said before, clear quartz. But the amethyst, yes, that is, there is the crystal ball, which I love. I just get a kick out of that. It just brings me joy. And then this, of course, this is the amethyst, and the crystal ball goes right in here. So, but if you look, And if you read up on this, I mean, you look at the raw cut, like this was a huge, huge stone, and it took light years for it to develop and crystallize inside. And so that's why the people that actually work with this will use the big, huge machines to cut it. And in between, there's a hollow part. And with the geodes, for those of you who don't know what the geode is, that's this actually being cut. And then there's a hollow part in between, and it makes the circumference of this unbelievable, energized, highly energized geode. Um, yes, okay. Um, okay, so, please know that, remember when I talked about in here, because this book is, I feel, invaluable. It just has everything emotionally, psychologically, physically, spiritually, on all levels. And when you suppress certain feelings in certain areas, like, let me just say this also. Once the stones are laid upon the body, it is possible for old memories, Richard, a few other people, this is going by very quickly, but that for old memories and feelings to surface and be expressed. Be prepared for that, because, and this is fine. That's just like when you pray. A lot of people, and the fire engines are going there like crazy. There's always signs from our loved ones in that way. But be prepared that once you open it, this is good. We want to do that because it's healing for us. It opens up the feelings to the surface, and it allows those to come out of the body. As an example, in treating the real cause of disease, it is likely that trauma dating back to childhood, birth, pre-birth, or even past lives, actually, will be remembered. And these experiences resurface to be learned and to be learned from and neutralized. So once you're understanding, and breathing is a very important part of this, because, I can't even tell you how many people of my students and my clients, when they come in, and I say to them, just breathe, take it easy, take some deep breaths. I actually read from my client, and he is from California, so he moved from here to California, and he kind of felt like he was out of his element. And because it's kind of made him feel so stuck, he was retaining fluids in his lungs, and he actually developed pneumonia. But when I last read for him, because he was in the hospital, he's been there for 2 years, but it really made him feel very stifled. It was not good, and he just didn't know really what to do. But he's been my client for like 25 years. So I've seen his progress and seen him open up. And so he's at the point now where he's using all of these metaphysical tools. But the suppression, he realized that he really wasn't breathing. He wasn't shallow breathing. He was doing shallow breathing. So it is important to do as I showed you in the beginning, to breathe in deeply, the top of the head into the crown chakra, out through the mouth, and centering the body and raising the energy. And when you're breathing out, you're letting go of any toxins that are in the body. So by releasing all of the toxins in the body, aside from drinking water, water is the key. The body is mainly consists of water. So, I always say to people, please don't drink soda. Please don't, especially don't drink diet soda, because that's even worse than regular, because that has different essentials in there that do and has brought cancer to many people, by the way. So if you look at, for the people who have had cancer, people who perhaps even now watching this have cancer, just make sure and think about how you have eaten, by the way, from when you're a child to present. And if you feel that you have those bad habits, because I can't even begin to tell you what's in the food and how It's disruptive to the soul, the body, mind, and the spirit. Be very mindful of what you're intaking in your body. Um, okay. Okay. So yeah, Camille, your daughter has a lot of orbs in her room, and if you I welcome the videos, by the way. If you want to go on my website, josephineg.com, there's the pictures. There's a part where you can look at the pictures there, and there's many pictures of spiritual, spirit orbs. It's incredible, actually. You can email them to me. Just email them to me. Go on my site, josephineg.com, and on the top of the home page, you'll see my email, skyangelsjmjg@gmail.com. And oftentimes, if I feel it's going to be something that's a tremendous help to other people, I will actually, and I'm always updating my website to let you know and see that. So Donna, awesome. She has a big clear crystal. And it's so nice. I'm glad you said your friend gave it to you, because um, with these different um, all of these different tools. I mean, my friend, he gave this to me with a lot of love. This is decades ago. He was one of my first students, actually, from probably, now that I'm thinking about it, can't even believe it, 28 years ago. But it's one of my favorites. And you want to, and then of course the ocean, which is, there's this seashells in here. And when you look at the wands, by the way, you could look at the wands on Amazon, as well as going to, the store that I will post for sure. But at the very least, if you're not able to go, or you don't want to go on there, then you could just go on to Amazon to order some of these. And hello from Holbrook. Yes, we have some different states going on here. We have Pennsylvania, we have Florida, we have the Carolinas, um, yes, California, yes, and New Jersey. We have Brooklyn, so welcome all of these different states. Welcome, welcome. You can always give a shout out to where it is that you're from. So let me just see here. If you want to just see the part, laying of the stones on your chakras is the most advanced healing for the different energy setters, because it's all suppressed traumas that is happening. Let me see. Yes. Okay. So, your stones, yes, you can attune them yourself. Yes, they should be blessed. Yes, you can put, wash them with the sea salt, as I told you. I've said that before, but it's important. I'm glad that I remembered that. You want to wash them with sea salt. You want to energize them with sea salt, and then you want to put it out in the sun to energize it. So that's important. Very important. Um, I just feel this will answer all of your questions, by the way, with psychologically, spiritually, emotionally. And if you look here, you see how the laying of the stones are? This is just sort of one example of the laying of the stones. And if you look, it's in the solar plexus. Oh, let me put this higher. It's in the solar plexus chakra. It's so hard to determine where this is going to go, but hopefully you're seeing this. Oh, well, in the back of the book, it has where they are laid out, the solar plexus, the stomach. Sorry, it's not, it's hard to determine where this is going, but really important. It shows you how you could lay it out, different ways in which you can. Good, shared. Please share this, all of you that are on here, so different people could come on. Okay, so it's nice when a friend does give it to you, because it's given to you with love, and that's always the best way of getting it. And the amethyst, yes, I do hear you. I know a lot of people are very interested in the amethyst, because that's for the third eye and the crown chakra, and that enhances the inner vision. So for those of you that, yes, okay, I did say, yes, that's excellent. Yes, and I do want to say this, and it's funny because I was just about to say they do help you to sleep as well. The smell of lavender as well. If you could use lavender, that will help you to be at peace, to be restful. If you put lavender under your pillow, um, that would also help you to sleep, but crystals would help as well. It just depends on which one you feel that you energize to. Clear quartz is always if you can get the rough cut. I can't say that enough, but if you can get that and put it under your pillow, that would help as well. Um, and I'm so sorry, Richard, that you went through that and twice. Um, Yes, okay. And and Linda is also sharing that she had radiation treatments and the office gave her a smooth finished amethyst in the shape of a heart. Isn't that beautiful? One of my clients, I thought, oh, I do have it. Here it is. Um, and I think you're on here, Gina, gave me this beautiful angel, this amethyst angel, and the heart, the wings are shaped in a heart, and it is a little sweet little angel amethyst, and I just absolutely love it. And I love Gina, just a very highly evolved, wonderful person. So if you're watching this, Gina, thank you. And I put it where I can see it. Always put your stones where you can see them as well. If you want to put them on the windowsill, they are constantly being charged, and that's what you want to do. Boston, welcome, Boston. Boston strong. Sayville, Maine, hi. East Rockaway. Okay. Well, you're telling me I should put it closer to my face, so I'm going to try this again. Um, so if you could see this, I really wanted you to be able to see where he placed these. Okay, now you can see it. I want to bring it up to you a little bit closer. Okay. There's a delay on here. They're about 10, 15 seconds. So you could see it a little better that way. Awesome, awesome, awesome. What is the title of the book? Crystal Enlightenment. And I got this many years ago. I like this one the best, but I also have this one, which I've gone through with a fine tooth comb and have highlighted so much invaluable information. So that's another one you might want to invest in. But there's so many. These I've had for decades. They're just like a part of my history. So okay, the name of the author is Katrina Raphael. Okay, Katrina Raphael is the author. It really covers every basis, and I've read through a lot of gems and crystal books, and I have to tell you, I love this one the best. And also, for dreams, aside from the dream catcher, aside from getting a dream catcher, the amethyst and the clear quartz helps with that as well. Good. I'm glad you're on there, Gina. I love all those beautiful, beautiful angels and all of that you give me. I appreciate that. So Jetty, yes, Katrina Raphael. So I'll hold this up here just so that, because some of you are asking me again. All right. So I do want to let you know that I appreciate all of you coming on here. I'm going to be putting this on, I will be putting this on YouTube. So if you want to go on YouTube, I am going to start to put I should tell you this, by the way. I am going to start to do these live Facebooks on YouTube. So make sure that you go to Josephine Ghiringhelli Psychic Medium and subscribe over there, because I'm going to see how I can transfer that. No worries. I will put the link on my Facebook wall. It'll be the same as this, but it'll be on YouTube. So I just wanted to let you all know that I will put a something for your attention to let you know that you're going to have to start to watch them on YouTube. Yes, I will put the book. I will take a picture actually, and I'll put the book on my I'll put the book on my, I'll put it on the Facebook because I think you're asking me if I'm going to put it on my website. But I will definitely put it on here on the wall. So yes, welcome Brooklyn, welcome Queens, welcome, Rockaway. Um, so before I go, I just wanted to remind you, I want to thank you all for coming here. I want to send healing out to you and please, I hope this helps you to align your body, mind, and spirit, and you to help because that will get rid of disease, and that's what we are aiming to do. We want to get rid of disease, that's for sure. Um, so next week with the part two, I'll talk a little bit more about the crystals, but it will be on YouTube. But no worries, it's all going to be on here. I will have it on here for you. And remember, heart, from my heart to your heart. So when we do send out the hearts, when you're sending out the hearts, you please know that you're sending out the love to all the people that are watching this, and sending healing, because the heart chakra, remember that we want to let go of any suppression of anger or resentment. And by that's why also I always have hearts around me. I love, having that because it's always opening up the heart chakra, because sometimes we don't even really realize. So we're sending out hearts to everybody. Thank you for sending out the hearts when you send those hearts. And I think Janice usually sends the funniest emojis. But so for all of you, you are very welcome. I'm just so happy to share with you. I am going to, once again, for those of you who are, I will put the link on here. I will absolutely put the link on here so that you know to be redirected to Josephine Ghiringhelli Psychic Medium. On YouTube. Okay, so you're going to need to subscribe there. A lot of people are going on that venue. So I will put it on here. But please know that when I put it on YouTube, and I put the link on here, you have to go on the YouTube to be live, to ask your questions live, which is the really fun part. So I just want to let you know, we want to pray for the universe. I want to send you all healing, all of those of you who have been through different ordeals, cancer, MS, um, different, headaches, migraines. This helps tremendously with all of that. So from my heart to your heart, it's nice to connect with all of you. Susan, hi. Um, and I may not have called out your names, but if I didn't, please know that I am acknowledging Ronnie. I'm acknowledging all of you. Mary, Gina, Patricia, uh, Pat, Jetty. So Christina, hi from Long Island. Um, and hi, Debbie. How are you? Okay, so all of you, thank you for coming in. You know that I will see you next Wednesday. Please know that be mindful that it's going to be on YouTube. Okay, so thank you for all those beautiful purple hearts. I love that. And good night, everybody. And God bless. Take care. Bye bye.